Alright guys, so we have a bit of an update on Tommy Robinson. As some of you know, we've obviously been following this. We are huge when it comes to freedom of speech. And look, at the end of the day, I like Tommy. I know there's arguments about him being Zionist and all that from the alt-right and all that sort of shit. I don't really care. Tommy Robinson loses court case as judge rules he must face new contempt trial. This has not gone down very, very well. Okay, this has gone down pretty badly actually, because there's actually like marches and stuff in the street at the moment. We'll talk about all that. Tommy Robinson has failed in his bid to end contempt of court pleadings against him. The High Court judges sitting in the Old Bailey ruled that the fresh action should go ahead. It's alleged the far right, and that's their terminology, not mine, activists committed contempt of court by filming people in a criminal trial and broadcasting footage on social media. Judges heard that Robinson's alleged behaviour outside Leeds Court in May last year was of great concern to the Attorney General. Yes, because at the end of the day, he showed that there were people being on trial for Muslim grooming gangs. The 36-year-old, whose real name is blah, claimed the action against him was politically motivated, which I would have to agree with. I would say that's actually a fairly good statement. After all, you went through his financial records and found that 10 years ago, he filled out a co-founded or co-signed a mortgage form for a brother or something, and decided to throw him in jail for it. And by the way, the last court case, the one that we're having to, or that he's having to go to retrial for, they literally admitted it was a kangaroo court. Okay, if it's not politically motivated, why is it that you then have to retry him? You know, the judge wouldn't have let him talk to his lawyer. The judge, didn't even watch the video or anything like that. It just threw his ass in jail for 8 months, 18 months, whatever it may be. I think it was 8 months. And it was only because of the appeals and the people that pushed on this and the marches and the protests that you had to let him out. Like, it's not politically motivated, but hey, we might have actually kangaroo courted this guy because we don't like him. But it's not politically motivated. In address to supporters before today's hearing. In a written submission to the court, government lawyer Andrew Kolnick, QC, said that Robinson's solicitors... Go away. Robinson's solicitors... Let's try that again. Robinson's solicitors had advanced various reasons why contempt proceedings should not be pursued. They included the exceptional arduous condition of imprisonment he had already endured, a medical matter delayed, and the cost to the public purse. I believe the last time the delay was actually the government delaying. But anyway, that was, the government actually delayed because they weren't ready. You know, the court case that you're supposedly retrying, that you supposedly weren't ready with after you had already thrown him in jail for 8 months, but you had already gone to court. You think if you had have already gone to court and found him guilty, you would have been ready? Just saying. The English Defence League founder, who's since distanced himself from the group, mind you, they forgot to put that in, founder was jailed for 13 months in May. So it was 13 months, sorry, yep. But contempt findings made against him were squashed by the Court of Appeal in August, and he was set free from prison after serving 2 months of his sentence. He wasn't in there for 2 months, was he? Was that all he was in there for? 2 months? Oh, shit. The case was then referred back to the Attorney General, who announced in March that it was in the public interest to bring fresh proceedings. Really? Because the public interest at the moment is them marching in protest against it. I would say that's probably not in the, public interest, but regardless. A full hearing will take place on the 4th and 5th of July at the Old Bailey. The High Court judge ruled on Tuesday, which is today. Look, at the end of the day, I would say, look, The existing court case was thrown out. I think at the end of the day, I think this is a load of crap. I really do. Yeah, I do think this is politically motivated. I think they're going after Tommy Robinson because at the end of the day, they're afraid. They are afraid of Tommy Robinson and his support. He has a lot of support over in the UK. And not just in the UK, but in the rest of the world. And I really do think that they are worried that this anti-establishment rise up sort of thing is going to take over, and they're going to lose their support base. To me, this is all about it's about the establishment. It's about the elites trying to hold on to what power they've got. And realizing that at the end of the day that holy shit, there's a tidal wave coming at us, and it's a whole bunch of Tommy Robinson supporters. And that's what I think this is it. It's all about them trying to hold on to that power. So we've got a little bit of an update on this. You guys probably see I'm bringing up on the screen. So there's been a few protests, riots, not riots, sorry, but protests and stuff like that. This is the first one here.
I love the family that raised me to be the man I am today. I love the country that gave me the freedom that you just done.
So this is just a massive support for Tommy Robinson tonight in Wagga. What a welcome. So obviously, I don't think he was actually there because he was actually in London for the Old Bailey. But it's just people turning up in support of Tommy Robinson. Now, obviously, apart from that, Cassandra Fairbanks, who is also there with Tommy Robinson at the moment, she has gone through and she's posted this. Police are not allowing us in, even though our media credentials have been approved by the court. So that is obviously very interesting, the fact that they're blocking off the media, even though she's been approved. I imagine the mainstream media would not have a single problem, though. That's really weird. I didn't know. I don't know why they would block Cassandra Fairbanks, but not, like BBC or whatever it may be. And obviously at the end of the day, there's also a march that has been going on as well. Whoopsie. We will play that for you guys now.
She's with them.
Thank you.
Oops. Let's start that again.
Thank you very much.
I'm with Lisa. I'm with Lisa. She told me to come.
She's with them.
Thank you.
So, yeah. Like I say, he's still got a lot of support. And I think they were waiting until Europe elects more right-leaning leaders. Yeah, that's going to cause a whole shitstorm, isn't it? What I think they were doing is, I think, my opinion, I got to say this because, I think at the end of the day, they tried to wait it out. That they knew that this Tommy Robinson thing was going to be a bad move, and that they wanted to wait it out, and wait a few months, and then go through and retry the case, which is why it was delayed. Hoping that his support would die down. I don't think it's going to. And I think at the end of the day that there's going to be more support for Tommy Robinson when he actually goes back to court. Look, even after all the demonetization, the the locking his YouTube channel under limited state, all this sort of shit. Although I was surprised one of his videos wasn't actually limited state the other day. But yeah, just basically going through and just trying to censor the guy. He still can get this sort of crowd turning up. Like, he can still get this sort of crowd turning up to protest. And it's not even the actual court case yet. This is just a preliminary thing today. Wait until they get into, what was it, the 5th or 4th? 4th and 5th of July. Guys, if you're in London for the 4th or 5th of July, I presume on the 4th there's going to be a rally or a protest, and I imagine there'll be one on the 5th as well. Turn up. Protest. Scream Tommy Robinson's name in a megaphone or whatever you've got, until the fact that they have to listen to you. And it's only with that will they then go through and forced to back down, I suppose. That'll be my argument. And look, obviously I'll be checking to see what happens in Australia too. If there's any sort of protests or rallies or anything over here, I'll be attending, or try to attend. What did they say? July, May, June, July. 4th and 5th is a Thursday and a Friday. So that would be a Friday and a Saturday here. I might be able to go on the Friday one, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. At least then I'll have decent internet. By the way, guys, a bit of update on that too. I'll fill you in a sec. But yeah, look, guys, apart from that, look, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section regarding Tommy Robinson. Do you think at the end of the day that this court case is a kangaroo court? Do you think that this is a load of crap? Do you think at the end of the day that they should be allowing Tommy Robinson to go free? Do you think this court case is going to receive is it going to be a better outcome, or do you think they're going to try and kangaroo court him again? I bet they put a media ban on this trial. They may try Trip, but here's the thing. Media bans only work in the UK. They won't work on people like me. And I tell you what, the UK, if you try and media ban me from talking about it, you can suck my balls, because I still will. And that's my point of view. So, regardless of what bans they try and force, I will still talk about this. And in fact, you try and bring in a media ban on this, I'm going to talk about it even more. So, suck my balls if you even try. And it would be the worst thing they ever did, because if they did, they would be then trying to censor Tommy Robinson. So, it'd be the biggest mistake they ever did. But like I say, yeah, obviously going through chat. Wait until Europe elects more right-leaning leaders. I bet they put a media ban on his trial. July 4th, that's by design. Americans won't be paying attention that weekend. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think the July 4th and 5th is just the fact that it's just the closest date that came up. I think at the end of the day, you're true, the Americans will probably have less interest because they'll be obviously off for celebrating Independence Day. But I think people are still going to care. And the YouTubers are still going to talk about all this. So it's not like it's going to go anywhere. So yeah, worst case scenario, people will be covering it on the 6th. Our Independence Day, true. Hit that like button. Yes, guys, smack that like button. We've already got 6 people that like this video, so yeah. Smack that like button and let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below regarding Tommy Robinson. I think, yeah. I think this reeks of political. I think they're trying to silence him because they don't want him running as an MEP. They don't want him in the public spotlight. They just want him to go away and die. Or not even just die, but just rot in jail. Because if he dies, he becomes a martyr. I really don't think they want him around. But let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below.